Hey everybody, today we're going to talk about your why out of Jessica Sowards' new book, The First Time Homesteader. Don't go away, come back. Thanks for coming back. Oh my gosh, I am getting so excited. It's not long now. I'm going to be at Roots and Refuge before you know it. Such a once in a lifetime thing. So I want to bring you guys along with me. This is why I'm sharing some of the chapters that mean a lot to me in this book. This amazing book. Yes, this amazing book. And yeah, I think this may be one of my favorites, although the last one probably is the most favorite. But know your why. Oh my gosh. Knowing your why is so important because, listen, there's going to be rough days. There's going to be days when you don't want to do anything. And if you have a homestead, you have to do certain things. Like, you know, for me, I don't have the animals other than my ritzy girl, but I have a garden, and in the summer I have to water it every single day, whether I want to or not, whether it's hot or not, it doesn't matter. So I get up in the morning, well, let's be clear. I get up at 5 a.m. every single day. I'm a morning person. It's my best time. But my husband taught me when we first got married to wake up slowly. And that was the best gift he ever gave me. Because I get up at 5. That doesn't mean I get up and I'm doing at 5 a.m. However, that being said, in the summer, as soon as the sun starts to rise where I can see, I'm out there watering. It's the only time it's not stinking hot. So knowing your why is so important. And Jessica says, write it down. Write it down. There's something about writing it down, right? If you write it down, yeah, your subconscious mind just kicks in and goes to work for you. We talked a little bit about that in the very first episode about making a plan, right? Okay, so here's a few things, a few notes that I jotted down that Jessica had in her book. She says, homesteading can mean long days, physically demanding work, and sometimes failure. Yeah, what's failure? Failure is nothing more than a lesson. You learn from those failures. So don't be sad about failures. Don't be sad. Just know that it's getting you closer to what your why is. There's an end result. There's something that just feeds your soul about homesteading, or you wouldn't be doing it, because it's not for the faint at heart. It's not for those who just want to play around. It's serious business. It's your soul. It's like every fiber of your being. If you're homesteading, that's why, because it's in you. It's in your blood. and she does say in that chapter that sometimes you will want to quit, and that's the truth, but you're not going to, because you know your why. There's a reason, and you got to know your why before you get going on this, because if you don't, you just might quit, and that would be so sad, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be sad to quit on your dreams? Don't do it. Don't let anybody steal that from you. Okay, let's see. Here's another little excerpt out of Jess's book. Homesteading is wonderful, worthy, and truthfully sometimes yucky. It's hard, but you can do hard things. Just remember that. You can do hard things. And, you know, it's all relative, isn't it? Like, what does hard mean? What does it mean for things to be hard? There's a lot of hard things we do in our life. A ton. Isn't there? Absolutely. Childbirth. For all you women out there. Is it hard? Absolutely it's hard. But guess what? You forget about it real fast because of the joy you get from that baby. And that's what you need to think about with homesteading. You know, we talked about making a plan. It came out of Jess's book. You write it down. Write your why down. Know very clearly what it is you want out of this. And you're never going to look back. You're never going to look back. Nothing will stop you, just like nothing will stop you from protecting your children, right? Okay, let's see. Oh my gosh. Jess has such beautiful words, doesn't she? So here's another little excerpt from this chapter on knowing your why. Some of the most beautiful results come from heartbreaking, backbreaking, and altogether worthwhile work. It's so true. Think back to times when, you know, you had heartache and there were things that you worked really hard at. You know, some days I get a ton done and it feels so good. It is backbreaking. I spent 3 hours the other morning in the garden, not even realizing it had been 3 hours, but it was backbreaking. It was, but I enjoy it. It's just, you know, sometimes things stack up or sometimes life gets busy and you just need to fit it in and just fit it in. There's always going to be a laundry list of things to do, always. Don't get down on yourself. Don't give up. Don't get overwhelmed, because I think that getting overwhelmed, at least for me, is one of the things that stops me in my tracks. Once I get overwhelmed, I just kind of stop. I stop being creative. I stop feeling joy. I stop serving. I stop everything. I mean, it stops me in my tracks. And so I work really hard to not be overwhelmed. I have my daily planner that I use. It's got a spot for notes, for me to draw on, for me to look at my water intake, to see what bills need to be paid for the day. Like, it's very important to me. I designed this book, it's a daily. I love to look at my planners daily because that's how I stay on track. It's too easy to just fly by the seat of your pants and not get the things done that are important to you. And even when you do, you still miss sometimes, don't you? We're human, it's okay. But for me, having my daily planner helps me stay on track, and I write things down. Because sometimes you have a down day, and writing those down comments, it's okay, because guess what? I can go back to it and remember that day and know how I'm feeling in the present. And isn't that one of the biggest things too, is being in the moment? Quit worrying your life away. When you turn 60, you get very intentional on absolutely everything you do. And if it does not serve your destiny, your heart, your true passion, you don't have time for it. Life's too short. It's, you know, listen, nobody's promised tomorrow. Nobody. So don't waste your time on anything that doesn't serve your soul. Don't do it. So know your why. That's the message for today. And it is so chilly today. Yesterday was overcast. I think you saw that in the last video. Today it's windy and cold. Oh my goodness, we went from the 90s to the 80s and now the beautiful 70s. And y'all wonder why we can't grow a fall crop. It's not easy, but we still try, don't we? to see. Let's just pan of this garden, because after this weekend, this garden is gonna look entirely different. Probably a little bare. But let's just get some proof of what it looks like now, so we have something to, you know, look back on and compare. There's my little trusty assistant. She really is. God love her. Look at that honey drop, like seriously. Woohoo! I can't wait for that rainbow chard there in the corner next to the flamingo to be massive. It won't take long and it'll be there. All right, guys. Peace. Until next time. Bye now.